Welcome back to DC-Cember, as we continue with our list of the top 12 Superman actors. Let's take a trip back to the past with the start of our number 4 pick.
This looks like a job for Superman.
I watched that today, which is funny enough. He doesn't talk much, but when he does, he does the same thing that Noel did. You could tell he changed from Clark to Superman by his inflection and his tone. So when he was Clark, he was, meek and meek. That's of course what they do with Clark. And then when he was Superman, he lowers his register and becomes Superman. So, but then again, it doesn't say much when he's in it. He just jumps around and bashes robots.
Right. Same thing with Nolan. He just kind of, had that nice inflection, this looks like a job for Superman, but mostly just a lot of action. But it was like one of those things that me and my dad watched and where we're like, this is the live action that has never happened. And, you kind of want to bring that into, reality. So it's like, how do you do that? So, but no, I think with Bud, he brought, I think he was kind of the first one to kind of actually define his Superman role without really saying much of anything.
Still, I'm surprised he got this high up on the list. I mean, you're right, because, he barely says anything as Superman, just, a few more words. I mean, we get more of him as Clark or anything. But, granted that this is not just the first voiceover for Superman, at least in cartoons, but I think first overall portrayal of Superman since the comics, I think.
Man, yeah, that's a good look, too. They did the rotoscoping, the animation on that was just perfect. I want to say they used the same style that when they used Snow White, the rotoscoping when they were back in the day, and the actors just sort of put it together. Of course, he didn't really fly, he jumped.
Leave the whole buildings in a single bound.
Jump. I'll put those on and just sit. Sometimes I'll have it as background noise.
And when you think about it, with Max Fleischer's Superman, and this is kind of a big shocker because with, having me to introduce Max Fleischer in a live action, there's a lot of comments on fans that are like, this ain't Superman. He punches harder. He flies. He puts laser visions. It's like, but you don't know. It seems like they don't know that Max Fleischer Superman.
I think that's a good point, yeah, because this was one of the earliest interpretations of Superman. So this is the part where they were exploring with the powers he has available and trying to see about expanding more. Where they were, like as you said, making the tall leaps to seem like he was flying. With that character in the show, it was very influential for future cartoons, especially for the 90s Batman animated series.
Yeah, did a really good job.
Plus, even for when he's Clark Kent, he's not a clumsy, not so meek reporter. We see him actually being a competent reporter and just doing his job.
Yeah, he was just trying to beat Lois out the story.
It always seems like he was being much more smarter than she is, kind of making her more dumbfounded, oh, I'm going to get this story. And then, he's like, but Lois, gee, Lois, you have to go do that again.
Back with flying robot with all the jewelry.
Yeah. It's just thinking she's got this one up on her. And then it's oh. And then at the end, I like how she just still, tries to say, oh, I did this, but it was low enough.
And she's yelling at the mad scientist, I'm a reporter, I'm going to tell on you. Are you stupid?
The jewels. What have you done with the jewels?
You'll read about it in tomorrow's paper.
It comes around to that time where it's the Rosie the Riveter, where it's women are taking charge. They're doing things, uphand, even if it's not the right thing or something. They're putting their foot forward. So it's interesting to kind of see, even if the damsel in distress knows they're going to get in some kind of trouble, they're still going to find a way to stand up.
Maybe the show should be retitled I Love Lois.
Right, yeah, right.
Yes.
Chief, don't you think that's a dangerous mission?
I'm a reporter for the...
Either way, for Max Fleischer's Superman, Man of Steel, man of few words.
Great scoop.
Yes, Chief, thanks to Superman.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and be sure to tune in for tomorrow's episode, as we'll be going through the list one day at a time till Christmas Eve. Also, check out Donnie Callahan's YouTube channel for more of his work, as he's bringing new episodes of Memoirs Under the Yellow Sun. In the meantime, check out last year's DC-Cember playlist and other content on this channel, as more will come on DC-Cember.